Thunderstorm chances shift back east today, who might end up having to deal with some strong winds and hail. Let's talk about it in the Friday edition of the Texas Weather Roundup. Good morning. It is Friday the 19th of May 2023. I'm Texas Storm Chasers Baldy-in-Chief David Reimer, and guess who forgot to hit the magical button that switches us into actually getting to see me again? It's a Fridayism from Baldy in Chief. Would you expect anything less? I really doubt it. We are going to be dealing with the chance for scattered strong to severe thunderstorms this afternoon into late tonight, well into the night, in fact, across several regions of Texas as a weak cool front moves south and becomes a trigger for the development of showers and thunderstorms. With summer-like atmospheric juice in place, we will definitely have the potential for some strong winds, heavy rain, and maybe a bit of hail. All right, let's start with the severe weather outlook for this afternoon through tonight from the Storm Prediction Center. On the 1 to 5 level coverage scale, we're at a level 2 for today, and that means about a 1 in 5 to a 1 in 6 chance of a rowdy thunderstorm within 25 miles of your location if you're in that yellow risk zone, and this includes portions of West Texas, the Big Country, the Concho Valley, the Hill Country, Central Texas, North Texas, Texoma, Northeast Texas, and a bit of East Texas. Bit of a weird shape, but we'll talk about it all here in just a moment. And then that level 1 out of 5 risk, which is about a 1 in 10 to a 1 in 20 chance for a few rowdy thunderstorms across the Brazos Valley, the Piney Woods of East Texas, South Central Texas, the Edwards Plateau, into the Permian Basin. And again, the most likely time window for severe storms today will be 3 to 4 p.m. on the early side, all the way through about 4 a.m. Saturday, especially across portions of the Edwards Plateau and Hill Country. All right, let's take a look at the high-res rapid refresh model for today. Now, this is going to be one of these complex situations where computer models may not handle it very well. Nevertheless, once storms get going, they will probably behave somewhat as this model indicates, but where they get going is going to be a big question here. So we'll have to just watch trends into the afternoon hours, but we're dealing with more of a high instability, low wind shear event, which means storms are going to kind of just start going up where they want and then generally grow upscale pretty quickly into line segments or thunderstorm clusters that begin moving southeast tonight. And some of these clusters may continue well into the night as we see that summer-like humidity and moisture continue flowing inland from the Gulf of Mexico. So we're definitely into the time of year where these storms can continue most of the night. Although the highest severe weather threat will definitely be late this afternoon through this evening, with a dwindling threat for at least more widespread severe weather as we get past midnight to 2 a.m. Central Time. Initial storms likely to develop this afternoon, probably near the cool front, which is going to be located from the Concho Valley, Big Country, back northeast into North Texas and Northeast Texas. It will not be a solid line of storms, so some of y'all are not going to get stormed on later today and this evening, but some of you will. For what it's worth, looks like this could be right in the Metroplex, right around the rush hour drive home this evening, and then activity will continue moving southeast into the Hill Country in Central Texas this evening into late tonight, even parts of the Edwards Plateau, Hill Country, and South Central Texas perhaps, late this evening into the pre-dawn hours on Saturday. And again, the strongest storms will be capable of producing damaging straight-line winds, maybe some pocket change size hail, heavy rainfall that could cause localized flash flooding. The overall tornado threat today is very, very low. We're not expecting to deal with many tornadoes, if we have to deal with any at all, but of course, if we have one itsy bitsy little spinny doom this afternoon or this evening and it happens to come down your street and take part of your roof off, that's going to be a big deal for you. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on things just in case Mother Nature decides to be a bit cranky later on this evening. All of these thunderstorms will produce dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. So if you're heading outdoors, heading out onto any of the area lakes, or heading to an outdoor event, please be mindful of lightning and understand that cloud-to-ground lightning can occur dozens of miles away from thunderstorms. So when thunder roars, go indoors. All right, let's take a look at what we're expecting as we head into Saturday. This is going to be off the North American model, kind of just trying to get a general idea of what's going to happen here. But of course, what happens tomorrow into Sunday is going to depend greatly on what happens today and tonight. Which weather model if they're not handling today very well, they're obviously not going to be doing great with Saturday. But the general expectation is we could see thunderstorms ongoing in northern Mexico tomorrow afternoon, and some of those may spread into portions of the Edwards Plateau and the Permian Basin tomorrow evening into Sunday morning. You can see the NAM model is actually relatively aggressive with scattered showers and storms Sunday morning across the southwestern half of Texas. Depending on what storms do tonight, the high-res rapid refresh model there at the end of that run, you saw a cluster of storms in the Edwards Plateau at about 5 a.m. Saturday. If that is actually the case, we may see some rejuvenation of those storms as we get past sunrise Saturday, and those storms could continue moving southeast in the Edwards Plateau down towards the Rio Grande Plains. And that is why we have a risk from the Storm Prediction Center through the Edwards Plateau, Rio Grande Plains, into the at least western Rio Grande Valley tomorrow morning through the afternoon hours. And again, that would mainly be for the possibility of some pocket change size hail, damaging straight line winds, plenty of cloud to ground lightning, and heavy rainfall. And then as we get into Saturday night into the day Sunday, another upper level storm system, most of the rain over northern Mexico, but we definitely could see those chances spread into Texas, especially the southwestern half of Texas, as we get into Sunday morning and perhaps Sunday afternoon, although at this point it does not appear likely we'll be dealing with severe weather or widespread heavy rainfall. An exception being the potential for a few scattered strong to maybe severe storms across eastern New Mexico, northeastern New Mexico, and the western Texas Panhandle Sunday evening as the dry line fires up. And then that'll be the main story for the upcoming week as we see shower and thunderstorm chances daily on the dry line in the Panhandle, West Texas, firing up in the afternoon hours and then spreading east into the nighttime hours, perhaps impacting places like western Oklahoma, northwest Texas, the Big Country, into the Concho Valley. We'll just have to see how that goes. But again, that could be a multi-day sort of event. And that would be somewhat typical of our very late spring, early summer months when storms fire up to the west, then slowly propagate off to the east during the nighttime hours with some strong wind gust, heavy rain, maybe some pocket change size hail. We'll be keeping an eye on storms later on today and to this evening and tonight across the state. You can do the same in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app available in the Google Play Apple App stores. Just search for Texas Storm Chasers. We have multiple interactive weather radars. If you don't like the one, you can just click on the ... more Zoom radar button. We also will have live severe weather coverage if needed, storm chasing videos, and down to the neighborhood forecast. So with that being said, y'all have a great Friday. God bless. We'll be chatting with y'all later.